Hey there, it's Amanda from Southern Designs with another Southern tip. Now, a lot of you have been asking me the last couple of weeks, how am I getting these fancy backgrounds in behind me? Well, it's only something I can do in Zoom, so I thought I'd talk you through how I go about it. So if you've got a Zoom account, it doesn't matter if you've got the free account or the paid account, it can be done on both accounts, and I'm going to talk you through the steps. So step one, you need to have a solid background. So let me turn this off so I can show you what's actually sitting behind me. It needs to be a solid background and it needs to be matte. Let's just get my computer to cooperate with me here. And I'll turn this off. So behind me, this is the blue that you often see me when I do a Facebook Live now. So this blue is actually, because I'm an ex-dance mum, I've got meters of lycra sitting here. And I was lucky enough to actually have a piece of blue lycra left over from my dance mum days. So I've got that there and I've just strung it up behind me. It's just hung off a couple of shelves I've got on either side of my window. So nothing fancy, just a piece of fabric. I know ladies who are using bed sheets, for example. And so long as they're either green or blue, they're the ones that work the best. So it needs to be a bright, solid matte color so that you get a big contrast between yourself and the background. And then the Zoom app can actually work out where you are and what the background is and do its thing. Now, to make the Zoom app actually work, what you do is, let me share the Zoom screen first and foremost. Share screen. It's going to be a good, and share. So what you need to do is you go to your Zoom account, which you will find at zoom.us, and you need to log into your Zoom account. So let me just move my picture over there. So you go into my account, and then you scroll down. I make sure you're on the My Meeting Settings tab over here, and then make sure you're on the Meeting tab, and then you scroll quite a fair way down to, let's see, into Meeting Advanced. Now let's get this out of the road as well, because we don't need that there at the minute. And it says Virtual Background, and you need to make sure it is turned on. So that's step one. Then you open up your Zoom client, which is the little desktop app, which we can all download. Hang on. Which is, oh, hang on, it's hiding on me. It's moved. There we go. Little Zoom one there, and it looks a bit like this when you open it up. There you go, into the settings here. I'll bring the screen back over for you so you can see what I'm looking at. And then you need to click on the virtual background, and in here you'll find that Zoom comes with 3 automatic backgrounds preloaded. So San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge, grass, and the curvature of the earth. Now, and if it doesn't quite pick your background up instantly, you can click down here on this box and say pick the color. So you just go and pick the color on the screen that the background is mainly consisting of, and then Zoom can do its thing. Now to simply add, you can add images, as many images as you like. So you add image simply by clicking on the button, and we'll go into my Christmas file so I can add back some Christmas images that I accidentally deleted yesterday. So that one will do. Click on that, and then you just open it up. Now, I like to use a high quality image when I'm doing this. So when I'm looking for images, I make sure that the pixel count is, normally you see images like 560 by 800. I like to see at least 1,000 by 1,000, if not higher, when I'm doing this sort of thing. And you can see as I move, because I've got blue glasses because I have eyes, I do sometimes, you will see from time to time that my blue glasses will blend in with the background as well. And that's another tip. When you are using the Zoom background, make sure you are wearing a contrasting shirt, because if you're wearing a shirt the same color as your background, you become a floating head. So that's a big tip there. Make sure you wear contrasting colors so that it can actually work you out. And once you've got it all up and running, it's very simple to come in and change your background, and you can change them on the fly. And I promise you, when you do start this, you're probably more likely than not going to get distracted and have a little bit of fun playing with this. So you can have all sorts of fun all sorts of backgrounds, put yourself in all sorts of places. And as you can see, it's easy to click and change on the fly. So you can change them to suit whatever environment you are in. Now, it is important to note that when, I'm hoping it'll show up for you, when you are actually looking at your screen, if you've got any words in the background like I do here, like I've got the Southern Designs, when you're looking at your screen, it is going to be back to front to you. Now, this takes a bit of getting used to, because once you get used to it though, you're good. But because you got to look at it back to front, because what it does, it then displays it to the viewer on the other side of the screen, in the other screen, the right way around. But it does take a while for you to get your head around looking at words that are back to front. So I promise you that does pass, but it is meant way it is meant to be, because I know I spent ages trying to figure out what the heck was going on. But anyway, so that's probably me done for this week. That's this week's Southern tip. Look, pardon me, how to put a virtual background on when you're in a Zoom meeting. And it's actually quite nifty, and I think it's a bit of fun. And it does actually go to a long way towards making your videos look that much more professional. And you can have them themed for different occasions. You will notice that all my Christmas hats are going in a Christmas one. So it's just a matter of, like, and I've designed this background for myself when just in Canva. As you know, I love using Canva. So there are plenty of ways to get images around. And if you're handy with design, you can design them out of any program you like, so long as it's about, I think it's 1080 by about 1200 is the dimension in pixels that you need for making your backgrounds. I can probably, if you're interested, I can do another tutorial on how to do that in Canva. So if you're interested in that, just comment down below Canva background, please, so that I know that you're interested. Anyway, that's me for now. It's Amanda from Southern Tips saying bye for now, and I'll see you next week with another way I can simplify your office.